Buddy the dog, what are you doing? Enjoying the sunshine? Yeah. It's nice out here. Nice enough that a guy doesn't have to have a coat for a change. And in case we were worried we didn't have enough projects, life keeps throwing me more. So we're gonna get started on one right after this. Welcome back, friends. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Rusty Oliver Man. And here's this cute little 1365. Guess what? It doesn't run. In the last installment, I was telling you about the last time I was out here mowing. It shows I have a half a tank, but I have my doubts on that. I thought we'd test out this one since we fixed it. I need a little seat time, you know. Let's make a little path here from our new gate. If we mow this as two, or graze this as two pieces. Start right there. And it acted like it ran out of gas. It acted like it ran out of fuel. And that seemed reasonable because it didn't hardly have any in it. And this is not level, so it kind of sputtered and missed out when I went down a turn. So I thought, well, I sloshed some air in and there you have it, you know. So I went and got more fuel, which I promptly spilled all over everything. But you know, do what you got to do. And I got it started again and I put it in the shed and I thought, problem solved. So there you have it. Well, I took it out yesterday. I thought I got a little time before dark. I'll come out and mow some more of this. And I didn't even make one round and it did it again. So that tells me we've got deeper issues. And I am hoping that the issues that it has are issues such as maybe some trash in the tank has plugged something and it's not getting enough fuel. What I'm hoping it's not is that the injection pump needs rebuilt, but that's a very real possibility. I also have a suspect that maybe perhaps by the way that it's acting, that maybe the trouble is in the return side and it's not letting it go back to the tank that way. All of those things are things that we can check, you see. So I've kind of debated how do I want to go about this. And I think that what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here to the truck. I think I got a thinking stool in the back. But I think we're going to start by pulling the line off of the transfer pump and seeing that it's getting fuel to the transfer pump in an appropriate fashion. And if that works, then we're going to take the line off the other side of the transfer pump and see if it's going through that, because that's brand new, but I'm not saying it's not bad. You know, stuff happens right out of the box. I unfortunately do not have any more, but I ordered 4 more of them to have some on hand because I got enough of these Fiats, and you got a price break if you ordered that many, so that's what I did. Anyway, Buddy the dog is out there on the prowl. I don't know what he's hunting, but I'm sure he'll find it. There's an ominous looking panel van. That may actually be, I don't think it is because I haven't got a call yet. I got the, do you want to call it good fortune? I wouldn't call it that necessarily. But I got elected to a church job. And basically, it's like maintenance on the building. And so if something happens, I have to fix it or get someone to fix it. And with the storms, there was a bunch of trim damage and a place where the roof on a new edition of it kind of leaked a little and stuff. So that's going to be an insurance job. So I just called a major roofing company, and he called back and he wants to meet here in a little bit. So I guess I'll have to drop what I'm doing and go do that. So, whatever. Now the super sad part about this is once we break the seal, it's going to let air in there, and then it's going to be like starting from scratch. But whatever. I mean, I guess it's possible that maybe some kind of linkage came loose or something, but I don't think so. That doesn't explain why you can prime it up and go again, you know. If it gets too involved here, we're just going to pull it out of the field and put it back in the shed in shame. Oh, we don't hardly have any fuel coming out of there. I would say that's our problem, and I would say that panel van was our guy. Okay, friends, it's several hours later, as time around here can go pretty quick. But I just got back. Got my other stuff taken care of. And just before we left, I don't know if it showed up in the video or not, but we determined we do not have good fuel flow out of the tank. So this may end up being a best case scenario, which does not often happen around here. Now the unfortunate thing is, I probably don't have whatever size thread this is, because it's probably some special metric thread. I don't know, maybe pipe thread is the same the world around, but I doubt it. So what I'm going to have to do, well, I guess what I could do first is try to disassemble the valve instead of taking it loose. But I just feel like there's probably trash in the neck, isn't there? Usually that's the way it is. The other thing is it's sitting full of fuel, so I could spend forever draining the fuel, or I could just let it eat. Let's just let it eat, you know? Let's see if I take out this. Let's see what this will do. Maybe this will let me... Maybe this is mostly just a T, a pipe T or some kind, and then this piece will be most of the guts of the valve, I believe. So maybe I can cheat and get this out of here. Oh no. We aren't getting no flow at all. Look at that pathetic mess. Okay. So, we're going to have this poor tractor covered with all kinds of stuff before we're done. I should have set up something to make it run off of the tractor so it wasn't covering everything. Because that's just going to be places that accumulate with dust. But this is good, friends, because we just learned that that's not the culprit. And actually, I should have probably left that out of there, because that would have gave me more room to pull that. I'm pretty sure you can get that out of there with it in there, can't you? I remember doing that. Like if I turn it all the way in. I'm pretty sure you can. I don't know. Maybe I should have left it alone. Or left it out. Let's take this off. I was thinking about trying to make this little mess as possible, but I don't know that that's actually gonna be able to happen. Okay, come on, Mama. Come on, Mama. Come on. Okay. Okay, will this work? This running off? Oh, this is a very holy piece. This is a piece of flashing that blew off of the church. I could maybe use it to get the... And I've got these wires here that are in the way. That's for your safety switch. Who needs safety? Safety is overrated, friends. Then this wire is going to be in our way. Don't know where to stuff it though, so that it's not. Okay, let's go up with it. I don't know that this is going to do what I want, but there we go. That'll do what I want. Now it'll keep that from running down the side of the frame and in the hard to get places. Plus it also adds the nice benefit that it's super sharp and will probably cut me. Oh yeah. Now that's weird. Oh, I see why it's doing that. Okay. Alright. Yeah, almost no fuel's coming out. And this thing is full of fuel. So that's a problem. Another thing that would be handy is if a guy would have brought the correct tools. I guess he didn't. Can I get that out of there? Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on. I don't want to pry on that nipple because it'll break off of there. Let's just strong arm it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We're making a mess. Okay. How hard is it going to come out of here? It should come out of here full. Oh, man. That is plugged up bad or something. There's trash in the neck. But that definitely... well, there's your problem, friends. We took the thing out and there's nothing coming out. That's good though. I'm not going to unplug it just yet. I'm going to use the time I've been allotted there to get the valve ready to go back in so that hopefully we can keep from making a humongous mess. Alright. Alright. Now. Why is that like that? That makes no sense, friends. That shouldn't be. The only other thing that it could be is it couldn't be that the tank isn't venting, like the cap is bad and it's holding it in suspended animation, is it? No. There is physically a stoppage in there that is causing no fuel to come out of this tank. And that is a problem. And I don't remember how it's... I'm pretty sure it's just an open... It's just an open hole. There's no... Of course, that's going to be too long now. So I got to just find something else. Of course. Okay. Well. We're making a nice mess. That's what we're doing. We're not accomplishing anything, but we're making a nice mess. Maybe surface tension will take that away from... Okay, high tensile fence unplugger tool. Look at that crud coming out of there. Well, this is a problem, friends, because that apparently doesn't go straight in there. And whatever's in there is plugged up bad. I mean, that ain't good. I thought maybe it had a tube or something that had like a 90-degree bend, but I don't think it does. Man, that's a problem. It feels like you hit a wall. Part way up in there. Dang. What am I gonna do? I don't have air out here. If I had air, I could potentially blow air back through it and see if I could get it loose. I can try this smaller wire, which might be more flexible. That's what it takes. There we go. Okay. Well, friends, it's going to be a mess. Oh, boys. It's going to be a mess the whole time we're doing this. I'm going to lose lots of diesel fuel, all because I'm not too smart. That's okay, though. Now we're going to put this piece in right quick. Oh, boy. We're going to try to stop it. That slowed it down. Oh, man. What a mess. What a mess for no reason. These were down here, so this needs to go here. It's definitely going to need a pressure wash bath before this is over with, because we have made a terrible, terrible mess, and it's going to just accumulate fuzz, and then fuzz accumulates fire, so we don't want to forever leave it this way. All right. And in case you're wondering about my fuel line, what I did when I made it the first time, when we put this tractor together, is it's a piece of brake line, but there is a piece of rubber on both ends. And I think what I originally intended on doing was having, like this is just a short end. It goes right from here to here. And then I got the steel line bent up. And then I think what I was going to do, and never did, was put an inline filter, an extra one, before the transfer pump, so that I could catch any of those little rusty crusties if they came out of there. But I didn't accomplish that. All right. Now the only thing is this going to not leak? Very unlikely, because it's... Somebody in the video the other day harped on me about pipe thread doesn't need sealant. Well, maybe in a perfect world, but yeah, you need to put some kind of sealer in pipe thread. I know it's interference fit, but it's going to leak, just like this. I guarantee you that's going to leak. I didn't put enough of anything on it, and it's probably going to leak. And I don't even have anything here to to dry that off real good, other than my tears, which might be saltier than the diesel fuel. I don't know. I bet that's gonna leak terrible. It didn't leak a drop out of this valve before, but I guarantee you now it's gonna leak like mad. Every day it's gonna drip. Because why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? Look at that. Okay. Let's use these weeds as a towel. Will that work? Get that up in there. Dry that off. All right. The good news is that we might be in good shape. We may have to go back later and pull this back out and reseal. We may have to, but I'm hoping that the T in the tank is going to be fine. The problem is I got so much, I got everything covered with fuel, so it's going to be hard to see until we get it all dried off. And you don't want to use the old Fard Pounder's brake clean on good paint, because it'll peel your paint. So we're just going to live with it for now. We don't seem to have any problem, except for the fact that now we're going to work and work and work to get it started again. All right, fuel is on, so let's go around and let's try to prime it up. But I'm confident we found an actual problem, and now we might have an actual result. So I just hope it didn't ruin this little pump running dry, or all right. We gotta turn this on. Come on, baby. Come on, baby doll. Running, little sweetheart. Dare we take it for a few laps and see if it's fixed? Feels like it's got full power. Mower engaged. I don't even remember what gears we were in. That's too fast. That's too slow. I think we were in luckily that definitely was the problem. I've been using it for, it's probably been over an hour, and it's fine. It's starting to get hot though, so we should probably see. I bet you it's full of fuzzies again. This screen isn't fine enough to keep out the little fuzzies, I guess, because last time we worked on it, it was full of a mat of that. Yeah, it'll probably breathe better with, you know, airflow. Let's shut it off. Sleep. We'll use you again in a minute, but let's check our work here. I think that is dripping. I'm gonna have to reseal that, but that's no big deal. I need to get this gasket. I did look it up, and there is a place that sells it, because this, obviously, this air cleaner gasket is not working. It's going, look at that though. Look at all those little fuzzies that slipped through that screen and just made a mat of stuff. And I don't imagine that the oil cleaner leaking on it helped it either, especially right in that spot. That spot's hot. I guess they could have went up through there's holes in the battery tray in the back. It's possible that they could have went through that. That's burning hot. Imagine that. No, come on. Fire hazard. You really need to clean that up. Man, that made a mess. See, there's a hole, one of the holes. The battery cable's running through it on this side. But that could have done the thing. Having the battery sitting right in front of your radiator probably doesn't help either, but yeah. I mean, this is the first real field work this thing has done, is running this mower. Put the grill back on. Get on there. I mean, we experimented with it some last fall, and then we had that transfer pump problem, and then I just put it back in the shed for the winter. My screen's come loose. There's supposed to be a bar, I think at the bottom. I don't remember. One side has studs, I think the other side's got a bar, but it may have not been attached right to start with, because that's a reproduction grill with all the innards put in it. But anyway, what I'm saying is, this is the first real job this thing has ever done around here. It's never run over an hour continuously like this before, so we're still working out kinks on it. It's the most it's done is run for, you know, 20 minutes or so. Let's fire it back up. Right back up. That'll cool her down. Yeah. Lots of fuzzies. All that's dry though. Injection pump isn't dry. Sure. Hey, they're meant to be used. We'll just have to clean it up a little bit. I'm making it worse though. Alright. Anywho, I'm glad that it was something simple, because I really didn't want to have to be doing major repairs at this point, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna be happy with that today, that it was only a minor inconvenience. I'm gonna keep mowing, and I think I can get this pretty well knocked out, as long as we don't have any more mechanical struggles, but it works great. These are, like I said before, I would argue that this is the best utility tractor ever made. A 1365. They just got so much, it feels like they got plenty of power, you know. You're doing something when you're using it. Not like an 8-in Ford or whatever. It's just, I don't know. They're pretty awesome. So there you go. Until next time, friends, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. As always, if you enjoy my videos, give them a thumbs up. Leave a comment and tell me how dumb you think I am. Or, if by some slim chance you liked it, say that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.